They're like up here. I've got like E's on my like forehead almost. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. A couple of weeks ago I was organising and moving some stuff around the studio and I came across this. I completely forgot I had it. A giant bag of air drying clay. And I've actually got a few more. I completely forgot I had them. I can't even remember when I bought them. You know my hoarding problem is getting out of hand. So today I thought I would create my own self-portrait out of clay. So a nice sculpture of my head. And I think it was last year where I attempted to create my own self-portrait in a painting. And I don't think I did a very good job. I don't think it looks like me at all. So hopefully I'll have better luck with sculpture, because sculpture is my forte. I am good at sculpture. Not realism, so it might still be abstract, but hopefully it'll be better than that. Okay, so I bought this little chopping board, which I thought would serve quite well as the base. Now normally I would construct kind of like an aperture out of aluminium foil, and I went to the store this morning and that was on my list and I completely forgot it. I completely forgot to buy aluminium foil. I managed to buy a new bed set that I didn't need, but I forgot the stuff that I did need. So this one is just going to be pure clay, which it should be alright. I hope it's okay anyway. It's going to have to be. And I always find with air drying clay, it cracks once it starts to dry. So I just hope I don't have any issues with it. I probably will. I don't have luck with anything. And hopefully this clay is still workable. Also, I just realised I haven't taken a picture of myself or anything. I might just have to use the viewfinder. I know what I look like, it's fine. It's going to be abstract anyway, it doesn't matter if I have a photo or not. Okay, let's start. This clay's gone a little bit hard, like. That's okay, we can use this. This'll be fine. Right, I think this will be enough clay for like the kind of chest part. I'm going to add a little bit of water just to make it a little bit... Oops, a bit too much. A bit more manageable. Yeah, this clay is definitely firmed up a little bit, like. We're going to survive though, we're going to manage. I had this idea and it's going to be good. What I might do is I might put the rest of that clay in a bucket of water and it might help soften it up a bit, just so it's a little bit more manageable, because this is so hard to sculpt. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do. Right, so that should definitely help things, I hope. That's the thing with clay, you just have to get your hands dirty, you just have to get in there, make all them squelchy sounds. I think this is feeling quite nice. It also might look a little bit dirty, just caressing like an arse or like a pair of boobs. I'm a little bit worried when it comes to the head and the detail, because I forgot how terrible I am when it comes to sculpting with clay. I think that's a nice kind of chest, shoulder kind of shape. It's a little lumpy, but I think it's got character, and I'm all about character. Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. Right. So now I think I just need to start building up the neck and the head, and we should be on to a winner. I'm just wondering, do I need a neck? Because if I put this neck on, it's going to be quite thin in comparison to the shoulders. Unless I just make it a small neck, but I just don't think it's going to be secure enough. I think it could snap. So I might just do like a head straight on top of a pair of shoulders, which is anatomically incorrect. Didn't go well. I think that could work though. I think it'll be alright. Right, I think this height for the head will be quite nice. I just want to build a column and then work my way around that. That is the plan. I have no idea anymore. In my head, when I first started this, I thought it was going to be a little more straightforward and becoming tricky, but the thing is, like with everything, you start off and you think, oh, I don't know, but then things start to come together and it just starts to look fantastic. Thing is, I'm kind of enjoying whatever. It actually looks a bit like a dick. I was just about to say I'm actually enjoying what I'm creating. And I was like, oh, no wonder you're enjoying it. It looks like a dick. Ah, dear. We'll have to stop it looking as phallic. I know a lot of us like phallic things, but my head is not phallic. This could have definitely been an ASMR video as well, because some of the squelching sounds are just top notch. But I can't stand ASMR, so I'm not gonna put you through it. Just a little bit. There you go. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing anymore. It seems to be getting out of hand. I don't even know how big it's supposed to be. It seems to be getting absolutely huge. It's also not looking like a head yet. I suppose I could just carve it. Yeah, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna do this. It is actually, from far away, it's kind of starting to take shape. It just needs padding out a little bit. And it's just taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to. So yeah, I'm feeling ear somewhere in here. It's happening. Yeah, I definitely think this is going to be like a Picasso surrealist sculpture. That's what my plan is. Oh yeah. I think it's going to be very arty. Definitely arty. Okay, so far I'm up to here, and you know what, I think it's actually looking quite cool. It's looking a little bit lumpy, but once I start adding the features on and kind of carving in and sculpting a bit more, it's going to start to look like me. This is basically just the base, but I'll give you a little tour. So, if I can move it. Oh my god, how heavy is it? Oh, there we go. Oh my god, is that heavy? Bloody hell, okay. Thought this was going to be smooth. This can't be that heavy. Oh, it is. So, that's kind of the front at the moment. Another side profile. I think that's going to be the back of my head. Surprisingly, the shape of it reminds me a little bit of a stormtrooper. It's got kind of like a helmety shape. You might not have faith in us, but I do think this is going to look good. I actually do. I'm not being sarcastic for once. So I'm just going to add some features onto this, I think. So we want a nose, and my nose is rather large and in charge. So, oops, my nose is gone. You know, I want it to be realistic. It's starting to look like a 3D version of my painting. I knew I recognised this nose from somewhere. And yes, I don't have any proper tools or anything, so it is going to be a little bit primitive because I'm using my fingers for it all. Oh, I can see like an old man. Don't say anything. I can see just like an old sad man in this. The eyes will probably just be here because that's where my nose is, so I just want to indent it with my finger. I think I'm actually going to be pleased with this. I don't think it's going to look anything like us, but I still think I'm going to enjoy it. The thing is, you see all them videos online of people doing like super realistic sculptures, and they're just so talented. And if you're one of those people who have seen that and then you come in to watch this, you're going to be highly disappointed. There you go, you'll be able to see what's happening now. Hopefully my fat head isn't getting in the way. Right, I definitely need some eyeballs. I feel like there was no point of putting them sockets in, was there? Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna have like giant bug eyes, which is actually quite good because my eyes are just very like closed and squinty, so I'm just improving on my own face. I need a mouth as well. I'm gonna do myself smiling. Oh, look at that smile, look how happy I am. That's not realistic at all. Oh, that mouth. I love it. And the thing is, I'm painting this as well, so any detail that I forget or that I feel, you know, it's missing something, I can just add with paint because my painting skills are top notch. I think I'm just going to whiz through and kind of smooth everything out, and then I think we should be alright. Okay, so I think I'm pretty pleased with that. I think it looks like I don't have any bones. But strangely enough, even though it doesn't really look like us, I actually really like it. And I'm not joking, I really enjoy it. So I think what I'm going to do is just wait for that to dry. I think it's going to take a few days. I'm hoping it doesn't break apart. And then once it's dry, we can start painting it. I think it's going to look really good. Okay, so I'm back, and thankfully my sculpture hasn't cracked or disintegrated or anything like that, and I have of course given it a nice prime of white, a nice little base coat. One thing I did realise though, is I didn't sculpt myself any hair, or any teeth, or any real lips or features or anything like that. So I think I've really got my work cut out for us when it comes to this painting. And painting's definitely not my strong suit. But hopefully it's going to be great. It's going to be great, it's going to be fantastic. Well, I don't think this is my skin tone at all. It is incredibly peachy, and I think I'm a lot more pale. And also, as soon as you start to paint it, you start to realise things are like all wrong. So my ears are way too high up. They should have been like down here. They're like up here. I've got like ears on my like forehead almost. That's fine. It's okay. It's abstract. It's alright. We're gonna embrace it. It's gonna be okay. See, I bet you were thinking to yourself, it can't possibly get any worse. And then that happened. Oh, what is this hair? That's gonna have to do. I don't know what else I can do. I look like a Lego character or something. There we go, I'm not naked anymore. I look so weird. Thing is, it's going to be really hard to add any detail either because there's just so much wet paint on it. Oh no, I haven't given myself a chin, so I can't add my beard. It just stops at my lip. I'm not going to add a moustache because it'll tip it over the edge. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I look like I've been eating some ice cream or something. I've just got it all around my mouth. Oh, I look terrifying. I'm gonna add these eyes and it's gonna look a lot scarier. I can tell you that now. The thing is, they say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. I dread to think what my soul looks like. Thing is, it's getting very hard to paint now because everything is just so wet. I think I'm just going to try my best to go around and add some detail. This might go wrong. Can't possibly go any worse than what it is, can it? Well, who knew that adding detail could make it look more terrifying? Okay, I've got one last thing to do to this, which I think will make it look really good or somehow salvage it. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to have the grand reveal. And you might be thinking to yourself, nothing's really changed, I've just painted a few lines on the base. Well, actually, there's a backstory now. So this self-portrait, this sculpture, this person is actually transporting to a different dimension. So it's currently going through kind of like a different realm or some sort of vortex, and that's why its features have all been distorted. And it doesn't look like me anymore. That's the story. And you might be surprised, but that was my original idea when I began this. I just didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't want to spoil the surprise. It's true. I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. This was not supposed to be a realistic self-portrait, I swear. I'm not going to admit to it. But I think I'm going to put my new sculpture, my new self-portrait of me, in place where everyone can see it. So if new people come and watch my videos, they'll be like, oh, he is talented. Have to subscribe. There we go, it's in frame. You can see it forever now. Oh, that just looks great. I can see it in the viewfinder. That's special. But hopefully you've enjoyed today's video of me making a hyper-realistic self-portrait out of clay. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!